ran across something interesting today. Now, this is nothing new to me. This speaker I've been watching him over the years. And I usually pick up on some of the things that he say, and then I'll just keep them to myself. But sometimes the matter of everything is now very important. I mean, more or less than anything else. I had to leave my Facebook because people are violent. You know who I'm talking about. So I had to leave that alone. So I said, well, look, let me stay away from the politics because people are going to believe what they believe. They're going to do what they got to do. But if you start getting violent, you start calling me out on my name and stuff like that, then I got to let you go because I see we're not on the same level. I want to deal with people who are not on the same level with me because I want to be on the level with other people who are above levels of me. I want to learn, but some people don't want to learn. Some people want to stay caged up. Some people want to stay in that slave system, and that's what they do. I'm not going to stay in the slave system. I'm about evolving, not devolving, just because I can please somebody else who ain't going to care about me in the long run. Holla at your boy. Now, I'd like to thank the Heavenly again. This is my second video for the opportunity to be able to see you guys. And you'll say, well, you wearing the same shirt from the last video. Yeah, because I'm doing 3 videos in a row. And I got to get ready to bounce. I got to get ready to do some mastering and stuff like that. I'm going to do that real quick. Show you how I do that just real quick. In fact, I got to turn that equipment on, but we'll do that when I get ready to do the other video. All right, now let's get right to it. Let me ask you a question. How many of you know that symbolism on the back of your dollar bill is real? How many of you even know about the symbolism on the back of your dollar bill? Where it comes from, what it stands for, and what's the ultimate goal of everything that's written on the back of that dollar bill? From the arrows that the quivers, you heard that lately, right? The quivers. From the arrows that the eagle's holding, quivers, all that stuff. What is all that about? What is the pyramid? What's all-seeing eye? What's incomplete pyramid, but then you got to raise eyes? Meaning it's not really incomplete. Because if you bring that capstone down onto the pyramid, then it's complete. It's just that it's saying that you get to this level. Now, if you want to get to that level, you got to separate yourself to get to that eye level. That's what you got to do. But it's telling you on the back of the dollar bill, that's what that is. But if you don't know what it is, all you're going to do is just keep spending the money, buying McDonald's and fast food and poisoning yourself with all kinds of alcohol contents and stuff like that, which I kind of do a little bit, but not that kind of dirt alcohol. I drink wines. Now I got this bourbon, pecan bourbon by William Wolfe. Shout out to William Wolfe. And Trickle Toes turned me on to that. Shout out to Trickle Toes. And so on and so forth. But some people drink dirty alcohol, dirty liquor, mess up their pancreas, they end up getting stuff, ailments, all that stuff, because you don't know. That's what you spend your dollars on. You need to be looking on the back of that dollar before you spend. Just keep $1 for yourself. Keep $1 for yourself. Here's my dollar. And again, I don't know why I'm always doing videos. I always show my butt, man. What's up with that, man? Yo, dog, you need to work on that. Now, this dollar, this is the first dollar, one of the first dollars I made from opening my studio years ago. I first opened my studio for business maybe after I did my first release of my CD. Then I started doing business. So that was in 1998. Yeah, 1998. So this dollar goes way back. I used to have it up on the wall in my first studio. And this dollar has followed me. I got a $20 bill that somebody tipped me for doing my first one-man show outside in front of people. I still got that $20. That was a $20 tip. I didn't get paid $20. So this is one of the first dollars I got from opening up my studio from a client. Back of that dollar, you see what it is. All kinds of stuff is going on with this dollar. Who's on the front of the dollar? That's the key. The father of the so-called country, George Washington. And what was George Washington more than anything else? He was a Mason. So, if you had a father of the country on the dollar, because they know there's going to be more dollars around than they are going to be 5, 10s, 20s, even $2 bills, you know you're going to always have your hand on some kind of dollar. That way you're always going to have the master of the universe right on top. Super granddad of slavery. Right there. He's going to be right there. $1. So, where he at in this grave, I don't know how many years he's been in it, but he's not going to say, yo, dog, why you put me on a $1 bill? Why don't you put me on a $1,000 bill? Why don't you put me on a $1 million bill? No, he want to be on this bill because you're going to see that bill a lot. Okay? Now, you look on the back and you take it for granted. Oh, this is this is what you call your fine print. As you sign a contract, this is the fine print letting you know who owned the money, made the money, signed off, the Federal Reserve at that time. This is not a true piece of money. As you can see, this is a Federal Reserve note. So when you talk to somebody, how many Federal Reserve notes do that cost? Then you start tripping people out. Or you can FRN. How many FRNs is that going to take? What's FRN? A Federal Reserve note. What's a Federal Reserve note? Money. How many Federal Reserve notes do that cost? 200? Yo, can you give me look, I'm selling this piece of equipment. I'm going to need like 500 Federal Reserve notes for this joint. Because it's reserve money. It's not worth the paper it's printed on, really. Because when this ever tanks, if it does, you're going to be in trouble. If you don't have any assets to eat or drink or sleep or shelter yourself, then you're going to have a problem if this money ever goes down the toilet. And people have been trying to toilet this money for a long time. They've been trying to make gold a thing. You got no gold, you're going to have a problem too. I have not one piece of gold, but I got assets. So if I'm hungry, I'm going to sell something and eat for about 4 or 5 weeks. Because this stuff costs a lot of money. Make sure you have some assets. And your house is not an asset. When the money tanks, nobody want to buy your house. They're going to have no money to buy your house. If money tanks, you need little assets. Things you can swap out with somebody. Yo, man, can I get a meal like guitar, something like that. Better have something, some coins. Better have something. When the money gone, you going to have an issue. Pyramid. They call it the incomplete pyramid, but it's not. Because, again, if you bring down that top, you have a complete pyramid. And then you have the eagle, 16 arrows, quivers. You got a crown up here. That's probably got 13. That probably got something to do with 13. All this stuff is Masonic. Period. Now, like, what's a Masonic? Well, I'm sure somebody in your family is a Mason. Now, I don't have any Masons in my family. If they did, they way back when. But I don't have any active Masons in my family. Cousins. I don't have any brothers. My sister's not Eastern Star. So nobody in my family is into secret societies. No. Okay, now, that's what you got. You deal with this every day. Now, some of you are big ballers. You don't keep ones. Ones you just throw out in the street. You don't keep no ones. So you disrespected George Washington and the freaking pyramid, dog. But that pyramid got a lot of meanings. A lot of meanings to that pyramid. Okay? So instead of spending the money, you need to try to keep $1 in your pocket so you can learn something about this money. So, why is there a pyramid on the back of a United States of America Federal Reserve note $1 bill? Why is there a pyramid there? Are we from Egypt? Any pyramids here in the United States? Well, they are. Excuse me. I gotta blow my nose. There are a lot of pyramids here. There's a lot of things going on that the Masons who came and took over this United States of America, because they weren't here. It was black folk and Indians that was here. Yeah, that's who was here first until somebody came with muskets and chickenpox blankets. All right, let's get back to it. So, this is what you got. $1 bill. A lot of codes in here, even to the point of all of these details. I'm just assuming that if you become a Mason, they'll tell you about all this stuff. Because you look at some Mason cards, like cats who became Masons because they really wanted to learn a craft or learn a new religion. Because it's kind of what Masonry is another religion. It's a separate religion. That's why when somebody tried to get me to join the Masons, you have to sign it. You have to fill out the application and say you got to believe in a higher being. They'll say God, Buddha, Scooter, Luther, the Pope, anybody that said you got to believe in a higher being. I mean, eventually you're going to believe in George Washington's higher being. And more than likely, it's probably not God. But I don't know, because I don't know George like that. George is dead. Never met him. All right, so I'm sure I have some ancestors that's met him, though. Yeah. So we got that. So we got other stuff going on in this dollar. I need you to, one day, take the dollar and investigate. See, there should be nothing. Now, one day in your life, you're not trying to learn something. If you're living and going through this life not trying to learn anything, all you're trying to do is make sure you get to the next high or make sure you get to the next this or that, and you're not trying to learn anything throughout your life, then you came here for nothing. You're just a waste of time. That's why these people, these elites, these people who are involved in this don't care about you. Because you don't try to learn anything. You're not but peasants to them. You're even less than peasants because you're not even trying to learn what's going on. It'd be one thing that if I was a Illuminati guy, or if I was a guy who controls all the money, if I was a Rothschild, I might be a Rothschild. I might be a... No, they don't want no black Rothschilds. Remember, they have sex within the family. They want to make sure nobody mess their money. You know what I mean? Freaking daughter go out there and you hooking up with me to my, he's so cool. His name is Roger, really cool. And me and him gonna get married. No, no, I don't want to get married. No, I'm cool. I'm cool, Susan Rothschild. No, I like you and everything. You got a big butt and all that stuff. It's kind of crazy for a Caucasian girl. But nah, man. No, I don't want to be married. Because they going to kill me if they find out you trying to marry me. So no, we ain't doing that. You might sneak and do a little nookie from time to time. Yeah, anyway, I'm just saying. So, these people are embedded into this money. The Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, all them cats who got all the cures for cancer and all that stuff, and the Queen Elizabeth, all them, they're in this money. Even though it's the United States of America, Federal Reserve note, they're all in this joint. And they're not even from America. They're freaking England. And you should know the story of the Rothschilds. Maybe you want to learn that now that you're checking out my video. You want to try to learn something every day. The more that you're enlightened, the more that you're a threat to people who know that you know, but they won't jam you up. What they'll probably try to do more than anything else is just realize that you do know and they can't pull nothing over on you, so they leave you alone. That's what I think. But if you don't know, they're going to victimize you, and then, bam. So me as an educator, along with other educators out here who are trying to learn and have learned a few things, we, I think, are somewhat protected. Not only by the heavenly protection. I mean, everybody think they're heavenly protected until they're not here anymore. You're like, what happened? What happened to that person? I thought they was heavenly protected. Man, sometimes, you know what I mean, it's time for you got to bounce. You got to leave. I don't know what it is. I don't tell you. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. But we all feel as though we're protected. We're protected if you believe in a heavenly spiritual power. You know what I mean? No names necessary. You know what I mean? I know who and what and where I'm at. You got to do your own thing. But I'm just saying, which is also embedded in this dollar, because it says, in God we trust. Now, the question is, there are a lot of gods. So the people who formulated this bill, this paperwork, you got to figure out what God they're talking about. See, it didn't say in Buddha we trust, in Allah we trust, the Pope we trust, in Elohim we trust. It says in God we trust. What God? See, if you don't answer questions, or you don't ask questions, you're never going to know. I don't know what God they believe in, but it doesn't say what God, so I got to assume it might be another God. There's many gods. Some of you want to be gods. Some of you walk around think you gods. But you think you gods. For some reason, you think you're the most important thing on the planet. You're so vain and so all about me. You're so egotistical that you think everything is about you, which means you're worshiping yourself, which means you're your own God. And if you believe the Bible or not, if you believe in stories, history, whatever it is, it does say in there, I, God, am a jealous God. There should be only one God, and that would be me. You got to figure out what God you're talking about in the Bible as well. You got to learn. Don't be scared, because the heavenly, spiritual will respect you more if you try to learn than to sit back and just relax and let people spill out pablum to you, and then you end up drinking that Jim Jones juice because you thought he was Jesus. Now, there's other things going on with this. There's a lot of Egyptian mythology going on with this. Of course, you have a pyramid, which is really located in Egypt, but they put a pyramid up in Las Vegas. Yeah, they put a pyramid. And that pyramid is not just there as a design. When they put pyramids up anywhere that you're going to find on this planet, whether it's in Mexico, here, a lot of pyramids in Mexico. When you put the bad boys up, it really don't matter where the pyramid is. It don't even matter whether it came from Egypt or not. It's what the pyramids stand for. So when you say, well, pyramids came from Egypt, there's pyramids everywhere. There's actually pyramids under the water. Deep under the water, there's pyramids. There's pyramids everywhere. It's where they put them pyramids, is where you want to be kind of cognizant what's popping and why they put them there. Also, you have an obelisk. Now, a lot of you don't know what obelisk is. Obelisk is a representation of a penis. Okay? They call it obelisk. But really, it's a penis. So where do we have obelisks at? There's a few obelisks around, too. There's some in Mexico. There's some in Italy. There's obelisks everywhere. So where would you find an obelisk, even if you didn't know what it was, or you didn't feel like investigating right now at this moment, or you're not Googling it? Because everything I'm talking to you should be Googling real quick. The obelisk is the Washington Monument. Okay? That tall, long penis, which is white, not black, that's a white obelisk. And they make sure it stays white. It's not beige, it's not off-white, it's not opaque, and it's definitely not black. It's a white obelisk, which means you might be getting screwed over by the man. Washington Monument. This guy has a penis in Washington. Ooh. Where you get that from? I don't know, man. I'm thinking hood. I ain't coming nowhere from no intellectual, I mean. I'm just talking hood. There's a big penis of George Washington in Washington. It is what it is. I'm going to tell you. Look it up. Look up what does an obelisk mean. What's the symbol of the obelisk? What does it stand for? It's a penis. It's a phallic symbol. And there are many of them around. A lot of Washingtons around. But it's not that it's George Washington's penis. George Washington was a Mason. So it's a Masonic penis. That means wherever the obelisk is, there's influence from Masonic teachings. And it is what it is. Some guys, you Masons, and you don't even know what's going on. You don't even know and then, unless you done went through some levels, I guess. I mean, I see some of the Mason tags on the back of the car. They got like 25 Mason tags. I heard their rooms. A man who was involved in that, he retired. He called rooms. And you go through these different rooms. So, every room he used to put a sticker on his car of, I guess, a room. So if another Mason, I see you've been in the room. Or, if you got to stop by a cop, because some cops are Masons too, you might get off because you might be in the same room they in. Now, one thing about Masonry is there's 3 levels of Masonry that I know of. Blue, red, and clandestine, which are black folk. Because black folks, more than likely, unless you're really, really powerful, like a Clarence Thomas, or maybe somebody maybe Obama is a Mason. I'm not sure what Obama is. Who knows what Drone Obama is? But to get into the blue lodge or the red lodge, you got to not be black. And if you get in there being black, you might be an important black out here. You might be even a millionaire black out here. You might be even a billionaire black out here. But when you get inside that red temple or that blue temple, I got a feeling all your money goes down the drain. I'm just saying, I'm talking hood. Never been to blue house, red house, I don't know. All I know is one brother who went to a blue house, a blue lodge, and he told me. His name was Tony. He's retired too. He's really into masonry, really into it, but he never walked around talking it. He never even tried to recruit me like my man, the other dude did, tried to recruit me. But but me, before I join any organization, whether it's a church, whether it's anything, there's a lot of jacked up churches out there that took y'all money, and he done went and got married to his chick over in wherever now, pastor gone. Might be in jail, who knows. Gotta be careful what you sign up for. Be careful what you sign up for. You know what I mean? So somebody tried to recruit me into masonry. I bought a couple books. I saw what it was about. I knew how I was raised. Understood. I didn't go to college. I wasn't part of no fraternity. I didn't feel no obligation to join it because it's almost like a fraternity, but it's a high-end fraternity. It's a George Washington fraternity. So I'm like, nah, man, I'm cool, dog. I'm straight, man. Y'all do your thing, man. I'm just going to stick with what mama told me was church until I found out church is a fraternity, too. A lot of things they don't tell you in church. They read you some stuff, but they ain't going to really tell you what's behind the church. So let's talk about the church just a bit in some kind of way, and then I got to be done by, I'm going to do some 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Roll down some notes so I can make sure I stay on point. There's 12 hours in a day. No. No. But there's 12 digits on the clock. There's 24 hours in a day. That means 2 times 12 is 24. That means 2 times 12 is 24. 2 times 12, 24. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 hours on the clock. Goes around one more time. Might become 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Military time, being a military guy, right? Then we had 12 months in a year. Oh, okay. Well, 12 hours, 12 months. It don't really make sense to me because I don't know any better. I'm just getting ready to go to work, feed the kids, whatever, make sure the car start, pay these bills. 212 ain't enough for me to be interested. Okay. Mr. and Mrs. I don't care about 212s. What about 12 disciples and 12 apostles that hung around Jesus? How about that? Oh, hold on, wait a second now. There's 312s, Raj. That's 312s. Yeah, that's 312. Maybe you're piquing my interest now, Raj. You're piquing my interest. 312s. There's 12 grades in school, huh? Now, you don't count kindergarten. You count from 1. Kindergarten is not a number. It's kindergarten. That means you're being indoctrinated. That means you're getting used to coming to an organization, which schools are organizations as well. They mend our mind. They make us believe things. They change things. That's why right now, school and church ain't popping. Because they're trying to destroy that to mend your mind into something else. Now, we have no schools and no church right now. Wow, man, but that's 4. Oh, Raj, you done gave me 4 12s? I'm gonna listen. I'm listening, Raj. I'm listening. How about 12 tribes of Israel? You mean that's 5 12s, Raj? That's 12 hours, 12 months, 12 disciples and apostles, 12 grades in school, and 12 tribes of Israel. Man, that's a lot of 12, bro. Now, you don't put some Bible in this joint. Well, I put Bible in with the disciples and the apostles. But now you don't put Israel in it. Bam, 12 tribes of Israel. One more last 12. I think there's a couple more, but 12 brothers of Joseph. Which kind of tribes, right? 12 brothers. So you got 12 brothers, 12 tribes, 12 grades, 12 disciples, apostles, 12 months, and 12 hours. Then we ain't going to talk about 12 zodiac, because zodiac, I consider that months. So you could say 12 zodiac. But I gave you 6 12s. Or 12 sixes? No, 6 12s. Ooh, that alone. 6 12s. 6 times 2 is 12. Man, I'm doing pretty good for this video. Okay. Now, let's talk about another important 12. I know you guys never heard the Eye of Horus because you've been getting the kids ready for school. You got to worry about pay these bills. You got to go to work. You got to drink some lattes. You got to put on your tight jeans. Homies, you got to do what you have. I got to spray up. I ain't got no time to be dealing with the Eye of Horus. Maybe you do. Because a well-known person that most of you know, if you are a person of color / i.e. black, you know there's a couple people who believe in the Eye of Horus. They worship the Eye of Horus. And the main one is no longer here, which is left eye. And the reason she called left eye may have something to do with the Eye of Horus. Meaning that the eye that she's covering up is the secret eye because she knew about Horus. There's 12 steps in Horus. 12 steps in Horus. 12 steps in Horus, 12 hours, 12 months, 12 disciples, 12 grades, 12 Israel, 12 brothers of Joseph. But let's take Horus and flip it. Horus is spelled Horus. Okay? That don't mean whores in the United States. No. Horus is something Egyptian. Horus. But if you move those letters around in a Horus, you will get hours. 12 steps of Horus, 12 hours. Wow, right, that's 7 12s. 7 times 12 is, 94. Man, you rolling today. 7 times 12 is 84, fool. I'm just saying. I'm just talking hood. Triangles. Triangle. Bigger triangle. Cornerstones and triangles. So, triangles, churches, religious uses a lot of triangles. Okay? And we also have the all-seeing eye. Whose eye is that? And who we trust. So that's the eye of, well, was Horus considered a god? Don't know. I'm just talking hood. All I know is I wake up every morning looking to learn something new. This really isn't new to me. I've already been down with this. And a lot of you cats only know me from fragrances, music. Now y'all know I draw a little bit, a little artist thing. I play guitar, whatever. But I'm a little bit deeper than what you think because I'm always trying to learn something. And I want to enlighten people who truly want to be enlightened. I'm only going to reach out to people who want to be enlightened. Other than that, I'm just wasting my time. Just like niche fragrances. I only reach out to people who like niche fragrances. I have a club. It's called the Roger Realty Cool Smell Good Society and more. That's on Facebook. Haven't visited that bad boy in years. A couple of my people took it over and they running that thing and hopefully it's doing it really, really well. But I forgot to share something with y'all. I turned on TV. It was really a revisit for me, because I heard this before. This is nothing new to me. I had horrors, Egyptian symbolism, all that stuff. I know about this stuff. I mean, I ain't really want to rip it off to y'all because I know a lot of you busy trying to figure out how I'm going to get to work, pay rent, car note, whatever, food, eat, kids, bang, dues, how much weed I'm going to smoke today, am I going to look for a job, am I going to join Black Lives Matter, hang around with Tifa people. I don't know. Whatever y'all got to do for your day, I figured you might want to take a break and just look at your dollar bill. Your FRN, Federal Reserve note. May want to check it out. It might be worth it. But then if you so busy, where am I getting the kids ready for school? Am I going to smoke a spliff? Am I going to play some video games? Who won the football game yesterday? What shoes I'm going to wear? Am I going to try to steal a car? Am I going to try to buy a car? Whatever. If you're interested in that, then this is not going to interest you. So you can just forget this video. Or just maybe it piqued your curiosity just enough to like, let me check it out for myself. See what this dude talking about.